Welcome back to Shwabados, a weird little nerdy channel for nerdy little weirdos. Today we've got a batch of reactions. We're looking at solo leveling inspired songs from the nerdcore anime rap community. A lot of these are going to be sort of 1 to 2 months old, a little further back. Basically 150 years old in internet years, but I thought I would do them all at once. I've been really enjoying the series. I read the manhwa, so I'm excited to see what people have put together, the different vibes. With these batch reactions, as with the last one, it will be edited. So if you want to listen to the full song uninterrupted without any skipping, go listen to the original, support the artists. If you're here to listen to what I think about the songs and the elements that I liked or didn't like, then perfect. That's what I'm doing. So stay tuned. Let's jump right into it. All right, we're going to start off with GameboyJones featuring Hashtag Solo. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I've heard this. I've heard the chorus of this on TikTok. He's been pushing this on TikTok back when it came out. I remember this. This bangs.
This ain't a game. Better check your stats if you step into the fray. I done leveled up. I ain't got no time to play. Crown me as your champion. I've been doing things they say can't be done.
Yeah, now this chorus is fire. This chorus slaps.
I can take them solo. I don't need a team. I'm rolling solo.
And we got straight away on the verse. We got Hashtag. Let's see what he's putting together. Like I said, the only section I've heard of this has been the hook, so I'm interested to see how it develops into the verse.
I don't need a team. I'm rolling solo.
This is. I know I'm pausing a bunch off rip, but this feels like the type of song that Game Boy developed for the snippet, for the TikTok snippet. You know what I mean? Which is definitely like a valid and very real marketing sort of element nowadays. So I hope the rest of the song holds up.
Vision turn a fighter spawn, bitch, I'm farming it. I'm a bit apocalyptic, I'm a walking monument. Fuck down and for the wars, they labeled analysts. And the finalists, I'm a seller.
I really like how Hashtag is rhyming here and putting together his words. The only thing that's getting me with Haz's verse though is that his voice sounds a bit thin in the mix. It just feels like it's been really quite aggressively gone at with an EQ, I guess. Yeah, it sounds really kind of thin. I wish I had a little bit more body, but it's a minor thing. You know, when I'm talking about like small issues with the mix, you know that the rest of the song is solid, right?
I ain't got no time to play. Crown me as your champion. I've been doing things they say can't be done. Where they at? I can take them solo. Came up from the bottom.
Oh yeah, dude, this is an earworm. This is an earworm.
I can take them solo. You Adonis, come on, let's be honest. Let's be in the trenches where the pressure turned me to a diamond. Now I'm independent with a mission. I don't do no silence, cause this world's a sickness where you're in it for the loot and profit. Yeah. Sacrificed every.
Here's what I'll say. I think Game Boy is rapping really well. I wish, because Haz and Game Boy have a very different approach to their verses, the way that they're rapping, the way that they're writing, because there's quite different sonically there, I wish the beat would have changed in some significant way between those verses to match the different feeling of what they were doing vocally. Because hearing them do very different things on the same beat in the same song makes it feel a little less cohesive in my mind. And I know that's probably just me, because I think both of these verses are very good, but they're just very different, and I don't think the song changes enough to back that up. I'm going to assume that this is just a leased beat. So there's only so much he can do in terms of switching up the production when you go to a different producer and you lease a beat from them. So that's fair. It's just the creative in me is saying, like, I'm listening along and I have a different vision, so I just had to get that off.
Me as your champion. I've been doing things they say can't be done. Where they at?
And then I know I was saying there wasn't a big enough switch up in the verse, but I love how the hook has been just a little bit different every time. Like with the dropouts and stuff like that. I think that's really nice. That's a really nice touch, and that's what I mean for like the power of just making little changes. Really impactful final chorus. That's fire.
Solo. I don't need a team. I'm rolling solo.
Okay. What was this little outro? That was cool. Hey, that was cool. Mix and master by Thrizzy. I thought the mixing was decent. Again, I would have liked a little bit more body in the vocals, especially on Has. But generally, I thought the mix was really solid. The beat was really cool. Just wanted that slight bit of variation, slight bit more excitement in the verses, just to match how vocally different the two artists were. Solid. I really like that. I mean, we know about the hook. The hook's the selling point, right? The hook's the selling point. Next, we've got Divide Music, Break You. Again, another Song Janu song. Let's see what Divide's put together here.
But I will let you drown. Don't look back, you're feeling attached. I go through that just to carry it back. No.
Yeah, I really like this. I like the vocal delivery a lot, and I really like the synth mixed in with the guitars and stuff. I'm just such a big fan of that sound. This is solid so far. I really like the low-key intro, and then the big kick up as it went into presumably the chorus.
Silence in the shadows, eyes fade from weariness.
There's something about Divide's voice. I became a huge Divide fan after I first discovered his stuff because of the heavier tones, because of the hardcore stuff, you know, the metal type songs he was putting out. But now I am so more into the mellow instrumentals with this, like, he has such a good voice, so much body in his vocals. It's so smooth over instrumentals like this. This tone, it's incredible.
Whispers haven't echoed since before.
You know what I mean? It's so good. It's just, he has this beautifully well-rounded voice.
Don't look back, you're feeling attached.
Yeah, this is fire. This is super cool. It's got a lot of the mix of like the catchiness and the fun, like upbeat sections in the chorus, while being able to drop back into that really strong, melodic, soft, smooth section. Ah, what a vibe. Woo! There we go. Woo! Yeah, dude. He's got it. Divide has it so locked in when it comes to song structure, which is, I feel like, such an overlooked part of being a musician. People take it so for granted. It's like, yeah, you have, you know, a verse and then a chorus. You can put a bridge between the two of them, you know, maybe have an instrumental break. Yeah, verse, chorus. No, dude. There's so much you can do in the structure of a song to guide the listener through the track from start to finish, the way that it evolves, the way that it changes. You know, you really want to take them on a meaningful progression. And I don't know if any of that makes any sense, but Divide's got it locked in. Just trust me, okay? Just trust me. Yeah, dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. I think if you're a songwriter, you should look to artists like Divide. Divide is a great example of someone who is really strong at putting together, designing a song. To get from point A to point B on a song, it should never be a straight line. And with Divide, it very, very rarely is. That was awesome. Alright, next up we've got Arise by Oricadia.
Drive with your tinsel. We're bright in the dark. I'm caved in a world where it hurts to be blind.
Oh, this like falsetto, dude. I really like the mix. It's really like dialed up and really like crunchy, which just sounds beautiful with that raspy falsetto. He is flexing his vocals on this one. Wowee! This is fire. I don't think this is what I was expecting production-wise, but his voice sounds awesome over it. This is great. Let me talk about the second verse. I don't think I was as nearly as big a fan of the writing in the second verse as I was of the first and during the chorus. I don't think I really got what he was going for, but vocals are super, super solid throughout. Does the production on the second chorus feel a little dialed back compared to the first? I was kind of hoping for it to kick in as heavy as it did the first time. Let me check if I'm tripping. It's totally different. It is totally different. I just don't feel like it... I feel like we wanted a little more impact after this verse. I might have even swapped this one and the first chorus around production-wise, just to feel like we were ramping up a little more, have a little more impact. I don't know.
Praying this shiny story won't stop till I watch them burn.
What happened to the rhyming? I don't know. The writing feels really disconnected in the second verse in this section. Maybe I'm overthinking it because I'm reacting to this. You know what I mean? I'm not listening to this as a casual listener, but it feels like the writing is like. Feels a little disjointed. It doesn't really feel like he even knows what he's talking about. You know what I mean? Like what's he on about? Like the production on the chorus now feels like it makes a lot of sense coming off of that bridge. Like that build up makes a lot of sense to me. I don't think it works in the second chorus though. I really just wanted that big heavy drop again. Super solid though, really good song. I know this was probably the song that I had the most negative stuff to say about, and I'm sorry, I just have my analytical brain turned on, and I had a lot of opinions about that one. Genuinely, I really did enjoy that. Maybe I need to listen to this one a few more times to try and figure it out, but lyrically, I don't really know what he was going for. Lyrically, I just don't feel like a lot of what he said made sense. But whether that's a fault of the songwriter or the listener, I don't know yet, but I'll definitely listen to that one more because it sounds awesome. It sounds really good, and I definitely think I need that in at least one of my playlists. All right, next up we've got FabvL, Alone at Night. I've heard a lot about this one. Let's tune in.
Take me away. I'm ironclad. My eyes are faded. If I died today, would you be mad? My life was taken.
I like the energy of the intro, dude. Wow. That's awesome. Okay. I mean, lyrically, not an angle I thought he was going to go for. Like, unless I'm misinterpreting it. You know, talking about I'm sort of my greatest obstacle, my greatest fear, my greatest enemy. This one's a thinker.
What I can do when I come through. Girls get split down the middle like a bad decision. Put to the bad division, a really sad decision. I've always had division. I never wanted collision, but as it's written, I'll be on top of every single mountain you can climb.
I like when FabvL's been rapping recently. He just does the absolute most he can with deliveries. Like he really goes, I'm sick of just rapping for the sake of rapping. I want to do something worthwhile, and I love that. The vocal dynamics, the different tones, the different mix. I don't know, bro. It's all fire.
Break the darkness with my tears so I can feel alive. I'll find a way.
Bold claim incoming, but this is one of my favorite FabvL choruses. Maybe this year, maybe in the last year. No, that's not true. That's not true. But it's strong. This is top 3 from the last year. I don't know how much the recency is bias is speaking to me, because right now this chorus is just drawing me in. It's so good. I might have to sit on that one for a little bit.
Forgive me, please.
I don't have the vocabulary to describe properly different types of screaming vocals. Whatever you would say, whatever this is, this high-pitched, maybe it's a fry kind of thing, is so fucking gnarly, dude. It's so gnarly. It's sick. It's so good. That was dope. That was super good. Yeah, I can see why people have been talking about this one. Really, really solid. Great showing from FabvL. One of those tracks, again, I like that sometimes when he gets on a track, he's just like, let me do everything that I know how to do in one place. Let me go crazy with the vocal range. Just singing. Let me start rapping at you in every intonation I have dialed down. Let me get the craziest creative mix on every angle. And then let me just throw in the gnarliest fucking breakdown I can come up with. Dope. Fire. Good. Next. We got young Drippy Sticky. Shout out Dripsticks in chat right now. If you want to see these reactions and other content live as they happen instead of waiting for the YouTube videos, you can follow me at twitch.tv/Shwabados. Link in the description. Just Dripstick on this one by the looks of it. No features? The new logo is fire. I love this. I love that. That's dope. I like this. I'm vibing with this. Off rip, I like the sound a lot. I think the mix is pretty good. I like his delivery. I like the ad-libs. The ad-libs in this type of, when you're doing this type of sound, really sell it. I'm hoping, though, I think you know what I'm about to ask for. I'm hoping we get a little more variation. I hope there's a meaningful switch up somewhere within here, either within the production or the delivery or both. Because this is nearly a 3-minute song. And I don't know if I could do 3 minutes of this as good as it is.
Go tell me why you line yourself. Put it up on his plate. Hey, feel like I'm ascending. Felt my body in that cage. She all on me, can't behave. Why is he talking? Get my blade. It's good.
Yeah, I think he's doing a lot with delivery line to line here. Each stanza, each section, there's a little switch up. There's a little change. He puts the emphasis somewhere else. He's doing enough to keep my attention here, which is not easy. All right. I have TikTok brain rot, so it's not easy to keep my attention. But he's doing a good job so far.
You on my way, then you get disintegrated. You on my game and you get eliminated. Get to squeezing, man, I had to eliminate him. In my mode, man, I'm feeling elevated.
Get to squeezing, I had to lemonade him. So I've been trying in this batch reaction not to pause for like certain bars, but he might just be saying shit on this song, bro. Earlier he said they know that I'm fly, but they're not on my plane. Eminem ass bar, bro.
I'm playing my role in this game cause I know how they do them. Oh my god.
You make this song 1.5 minutes long, and I'm adding it to a playlist. As it is, I don't think this is the type of track I'm going to come back to. It was a vibe, you know? It was something light. It was something chill. It was something, yeah. Put it on at a party, bro. Put this on at a party. People probably rocking with it. I think it's a little too long. And I'm not usually someone who wants songs to be short. I am an advocate of longer songs, but not in this style. All right, next we've got DPS featuring Mix Williams, Solo Leveling. What is this intro, dog? What is this intro? All right.
You in the same. Don't play with your life. You ain't gon' try. I mean, you in the tight. Down at time, and everything mine. If you wanna flip, switch your light. Bitch, I done told you.
That's hard, bro. That's hard.
Roll you down in pain, and what I say. Bitch, I done told you. Yeah. You got that dog, but it don't get trained. You get that slip, but it don't get made.
Who produced this? This beat is crazy right now. Production by Zeppelin and DPS. Oh, we back on a Zeppelin beat. I fuck with it.
Do money on the line, I slide. You can bet I do. Combo, you can catch 1, 2. You can get this work, this occupation. Check your level, bro. We not adjacent. Did it on my own, so I can say shit. Critics sleeping on me, not awakened.
I like how Mix is rapping right now, bro. This flow is tight, and the rhymes are fire. It just sounds tough.
Sandwich like primary lunches. Don't give me my flowers, they dying in bunches. Better get to know me. If you think we homies, quit making assumptions. Ain't no limit to this, I've been clipping. Kill the bus, running back like it's ticking. Could've folded down, my hand is sickest. Not getting flushed, I'm dealing with bitches. I went from
Yeah, bro, he's rapping his ass off. This is fire. This is a super tough verse from Mix. I love the little bit here.
assumptions. Ain't no
It's like he has a little gap, so he just goes, There's so much charisma in that, bro. I fucking love that.
Don't play with your life. You ain't gonna try me. You under.
This chorus going crazy for the ASMR enjoyers out there. This chorus hitting right now for the ASMR enjoyers. Sorry, this is really fucking random. I just realized. I just saw myself in the OBS. Doesn't it look like my background is in grayscale? Like I am in color and everything else is in black and white? Has it always looked like that? It doesn't even look like it's actually that color. It looks like I've removed the saturation somehow in post. That's crazy looking. Sorry, that was really random. I just spotted that. Anyway, back to the reaction.
You down that road, you down in pain. And what I say, bitch, I done told you. Yeah. You got that dog, but it don't get.
Bro, like the energy from like these ad-libs and shit. This beat is knocking. I love this beat. I love this production. And I know it feels relatively simple, but I feel like sometimes that's what you need. And DPS over these types of beats, and apparently Mix, because he's snapping, they just sound so good.
How did I know it? Fucking opinion, I'm pulling the pole when the pole hit. Not at the top spot, then I'm making a molehill. Hot shot, you can't fuck with a soldier. Drop shit. And watch this rain.
Always, I feel like DPS versus open, and immediately after 4 bars, I have to run it back. Because he does so much in so little time.
Nah, bitch. We ain't the same zip, not the same ship, not the same waist, at the same gym. I got short fins and you can't swim with your pronouns and you ain't him and you ain't me, so you ain't.
DPS's writing is so dense in terms of just like, not necessarily bars, right? Because I think when I say bars, people think punchlines. And he has plenty of those, but I'm talking like just little witticisms, just little turns of phrase. Every line has something in it beyond the surface level. It's very, very dense.
Jim, I got short fins and you can't swim with your pronouns and you ain't him.
And that's a bar. That's crazy.
Scene, being crime scene. Everybody that on my rhyme scheme, tight leash, might be. Bitch, ain't no mind on the go.
Fire, dude. That rhyme scheme, the way he put that together was wicked. That's fire. Gas. I like this at the end. I like this to close it out. Okay. That's crazy. I'm not going to hold you. DPS might have done it again. He might have had my favorite song of the batch. Just both of these guys were going crazy, dude. The production was so fucking gas as well. That was so dope. That's hitting my playlist instantaneously, dog. Speaking of Mix Williams, we got Mix as well for the next song. Mix featuring Gino 5. Just Me, the name of this track.
It's just me. 1 down, 2 down, 3.
Was that a producer tag? What was that?
It's just.
I don't know whose tag that is, bro. That's just kind of huff. That's just kind of. I didn't like that.
Hey, bitch, please. Run down, you gon' see how talk is cheap. This shit free. Money on me. Doubling down, I do what I want. It's me. It's just me. It's just me. It's just me. It's just me. Let's go. Bitch, I'ma do it alone. Don't care.
Is that the chorus? If that's the chorus, I think it's pretty tough, but who mixed this? Steven Xavier. I think the vocals are way too loud, dog. I think the vocals are way too loud.
Going alone every night. They say I'm the golden, ain't right. I've been outside, said that they wanted to fight, but there's no one in sight. Bloodly, the carpet so red, it's looking like opening night. Know what I'm doing?
I don't know if this will be received as a compliment or not, but Mix Williams sounds a lot like Drake to me right now. The cadence, the flow sounds very Drake from sort of like the latest album. And tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong, because come on.
leave the carpet so red, it's looking like opening night.
Could you not hear that? Just 100% in Drake's voice. And I'm not saying that's, you know, necessarily a good or bad thing or any which way. It's just an observation.
I take a really good look in your eyes, see nothing but fears. You calling your team, asking for help. I need a team. I look in the mirror, it's just me.
That's hard. That's definitely hard. You look to your team calling for help. I need a team. I just look in the mirror. It's just me. That's a great transition back into the hook as well. That's fine.
Me, bitch, please. Run down, you gon' see how talk is cheap. This shit free. Money on me. Doubling down. I do what I want. It's me.
Yeah, I think the mix during the verses is good enough, but for me, the mix is definitely lacking in the chorus. It feels really, I don't know, underproduced compared to the like what Mix is doing vocally. This is really confusing. What Mix Williams is doing vocally doesn't match the mix, or the mix doesn't hold up to Mix's vocals. Dog, change your name. It is fucking impossible to talk about your music. It's impossible to talk about the engineering on your music without it sounding like I'm making a joke. Mix is doing great, but the mix isn't keeping up. That's what I'm trying to say.
Cars don't gamble your life. Going alone every night. They say I'm the golden, ain't right.
Too good for your regimen. I really come from the sediment. Rock with me. Know what I said him.
Yeah, and on Geno 5's vocals, as soon as he's coming in, I can hear very clearly that he is really under-engineered here. Like, there should be a lot more happening to his vocals so that it sits right with this beat. Right now, the beat just sounds like it's quiet. It just sounds like it's, like, ducking down and he's blasting over the top of it. The vocals don't sound like they're merging with the instrumental like they should be. It doesn't feel cohesive.
Rock with me. Know what I said him. No embellishment. I'm steady leveling. It get repetitive. Your life is trash. I could treasure it. Taking
your life is trash. I could treasure it. One man's trash, another man's treasure. I like that.
These days I'm a real monster. You getting slashed, no problem. DJ staying on track with the choppers. Keeping on me and you get up unconscious. Pop up on them.
Again, the mix just isn't keeping up with what the artists are trying to do. I don't think the engineering matches the vision from the artist at all here. This section could have sounded really cool, but instead it just feels sloppy. It's a decent song, but it's just let down by the engineering. I really feel like what Mix Williams and Geno 5 have done on the song was solid. It was pretty cool. I really liked Mix's verse, but it just doesn't come together as well as it could have, as well as it should have, unfortunately. Definitely worth checking out, though. I did enjoy the song. Well, that's it for this batch. Let me know if you like these batch reactions and if you enjoy the editing. But yeah, make sure you do check out the links in description to all of the artists featured in this video. Please do run up the full songs on their channels, because every single one that I featured, even those ones I had some critical words for, I think are 100% worth checking out. I really like this batch of songs. Standouts for me, probably like DPS and Mix on that song were crazy. I really liked FabvL's, especially that chorus is going to stick with me a while. Oricadia's vocally was really, really good. Divides. I mean, there was just a lot of really solid stuff. So I'm glad I went back and checked all this stuff out. Let me know what your favorite was in the comments below. And if there's any solo leveling tracks that I've missed out on, obviously please do comment below. Not Connor Quest's, because I helped him record it, so I've already heard it 4 times. So cool on that one. But anything else, please do recommend to me. That's going to be it for me. I've been Shwabados, and y'all have been very kind. Head over to Twitch so you can catch these live when they happen. Twitch.tv/Shwabady. But that's going to be it for me. Y'all been very kind. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.